Insurasales Live. I am here with Eileen, who has been an integral part in putting together this entire event for the Hill Country Classic, charity event for the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation. Absolutely amazing this year's not only turnout, but the venue. Everything has just been absolutely, like, I'm blown away by it. You've done an amazing job, and wow. So tell me a little bit more about it. Tell me about everything.
No, thank you. And thank you so much to your organization, because without Insurasales helping us with their sponsorship, we wouldn't be able to even host the event. So thank you. Big deal.
Well,
and we are really excited to be here this year in Austin. We've got a long history holding this event. The structure of our organization is a little unique. I'm Eileen Philbin. I'm the Executive Director of the American Senior Benefits Association. And we are a 501c3 that has a tenet that is a charitable focus. And so this event every year is a great way for us to connect with our business partners and raise funds for very worthy causes. Our target typically is around rare diseases where not a lot of people have them and there's not a lot of funding, so our dollars can become more impactful.
yeah.
And so, your contribution to this event is really, truly special. We'd like to structure this so that we have a sponsor that helps us with the cost of the event, so that all of the other donations are fully tax deductible, and we are just so grateful. And the charities that we are working with this year, we've had a multi-year relationship with. Cystic fibrosis out of Central Texas and Fanconi anemia. And both of those causes have made great strides in the few years that we've been with them, which makes us feel terrific, because we feel like in some small way we're a part of that, maybe not in a small way. So we're very excited to continue down that path this year and see what we can do to help these causes. So cystic fibrosis is a genetic condition that, the folks that are living with this condition have trouble breathing. They just released a new drug that was very life-changing that removes all of the symptoms, but it's not a cure.
Right.
So the mantra is until it's done from a cure perspective. Fanconi anemia is also a very rare blood disease that is a form of anemia, and ultimately typically results in cancer at a very young age for those living with this condition. And Fanconi anemia came to us through an organization called Kids First Fund. And that fund, or charity itself, is overseen by Jimbo Fisher, who is the head coach of Texas A&M, and his son has this condition. So it's been great to bring the spirit of his competitiveness and the passion and the excitement that he has with his team over into this event. They also are really great partners in some fantastic auction items.
I've seen those.
Yes.
Oh my God.
So it makes it more fun and engaging, because working with these charities, the successes that we see, knowing that we still have work to do, but also partnering with them to make this event so great for our guests.
It's been, I'm looking over at the auction items, and I'm just sitting there going, yeah, I'm going to bid on that when I'm done with this. There's a lot to choose from. And I find that when I first started coming to these events a few years ago, you would hear the stories, and actually I've known some people that have had. I actually know a gentleman who lost a brother when they were young to CF, and it's not a pleasant thing that these kids go through. It's not. Up until recently, until these new treatments came out, you had to have like a vest that would compress you to break up stuff, and it's just a it's very difficult. And anything that can be done to help should be done to help. And you're right, because these things aren't widespread, because they're mostly genetic conditions, and there's 1 in 100,000 people get it, they don't get the major funding, like migraine pills or anything like that happens. And I think that what you guys have done has really helped bridge the gap on it, and really made those great strides possible, because the funding isn't there outside of things like this. And I really can't tell you the impact on it, and I really find it oddly appropriate and wonderful, because even in our career and our development as a company, like Billy Hill was one of the people that was able to help reach out and help lift us and get us going. And everyone I've ever talked to in the industry sees him and goes, yeah, that's him. he helps people. That's what he does. And I just find it, even though he's retired and everything, I just find it so great that he keeps on finding ways to do that. And I find it fantastic that you've done such a great job in facilitating that. It's wonderful. I mean, look at this. This is amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty powerful. And our organization has a many years history of doing this. We've raised millions of dollars for charity over the years. I'm really blessed to be by Billy's side through a lot of this. And what's really cool about the format of this event for our industry is, we have our insurance commissioners come and have a regulatory panel discussion. That is really the heartbeat of the event in a way because it attracts all of our industry partners. And it gets them to attend, sponsor, and want to be a part of it in a bigger way because there's such a great draw with our commissioners who are wonderful. And so because of our commissioners, we have the attraction of the audience and the donors that come. And then from there, we're able to raise funds for our charities.
Right. It's wonderful. So tell me real quick, because I think we need more of this in the industry. I mean, people have a misnomer about what the insurance industry is, and really in the insurance industry is just to take care of people when they need it. We all share a little bit of the burden, and when something bad happens to Larry over here you go, Larry, we're all taking care of you, right?
Yeah.
It's like a delivery on that social contract promise that society is.
Yep.
We're humans, we have to take care of each other.
Yep.
So, I like that, but I don't think that there's enough exposure out here, and I don't think it's for lack of want. Looking around this room, there's a lot of people and a lot of agencies, a lot of organizations, whether it be small agencies, insurance carriers themselves, recruiters, marketing organizations. How would you say that are actually looking to do things like this? How would you say, with your experience in the industry and the amazing things that you do here, how would you say that they can reach out and get involved in things like this, or do these kind of things for their own causes, and what to look for in a cause, right? What would you recommend if the people want to take that first step?
Well, I would recommend they attend our event and participate in our event.
Right.
To get started and getting involved in something. I mean, the story of this event really goes back to Billy having the golf tournament, which is the grand finale of this event, that we'll have the second day of the event. Getting a bunch of people together, pitching in some extra money to raise funds for worthy causes. And he did it, very, very old school. Pieced it together out of his club. He told me stories how he would order, Subway food and hand it out of his garage, and here we are today at a beautiful hotel and having a little bit more of an elevated experience. But my point is, it doesn't take a whole lot to get started. If that's something you want to get behind, meet with the charity, identify the charity that you want to feature, meet with them. They have a lot of great ideas about how to support the event too, to take some of the burden off of you. They've done this day in and day out, and lean on them as well, and partner with them, work together, and figure out what your plan is. And you can start small, like we did, and we have dreams of being much bigger charitably than we are today, and we look forward to getting there.
Excellent. So tell me a little bit about your journey in this and how you got involved and what attracted you to it. And tell me a little bit about you.
Sure. So I have a background in the insurance industry, and through some colleagues of mine, they introduced me to Billy, who needed an executive director to kind of take over the association and kind of repurpose it in a way to deliver on the values of where we wanted to go and where we are today. And so I've been really fortunate that I just, got to meet Billy, and here we are.
I tell you, for something that has such a high impact and the level at which you're doing it, it's just absolutely amazing. You've done a wonderful, wonderful thing.
Well, we couldn't do it without you guys, so thank you so much.
I'm pretty sure you could. You definitely could figure something out. You could definitely do it. Yeah, you guys are just. This is wonderful what you're doing. So.
Very grateful.
And we're happy to help. And Brandon Todd said this is the one thing. If he's going to do anything in a given year, any way he can find out to help out this organization, he's going to do it.
Brandon has always been a great friend to this event, and we are.
You guys have always
so
been
grateful.
a great friend to him.
Yeah.
And it's just we're just happy to help any way we can. So
We thank you.
thank you.